All right, welcome to the Divine Feminine and Outside the Box 333. Make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing and being notified of whenever I have a video up. So this is definitely what the Divine Feminine is saying, experiencing, and feeling, and whether you look at it as Divine Feminine or counterpart, Twin Flame, Soulmate. So we have Love and Lust Oracle deck by Fire Witch Tarot and Deeper Desires by Divine Mask Essentials. This card shows you that you could be handing yourself over to someone way too soon. The energy seems desperate. You're coming on way too strong to the other person, and Spirit advises you to take it back a notch. You have this fear that they may not want you if you don't give it up right away. But that's a lie. Take it easy and go with the flow. So this definitely will happen if you're feeling the need to control, or you're like, I want that person. Know that every time you want another person's energy or you want to control somebody else's free will, there is actually a desperate lack and limitation mindset to that. And it actually causes a resistance on the other end, whether consciously or unconsciously, and they are like, they can smell it, and they're like, I am out of here. I feel like somebody's trying to control me, trying to change me. Even if you're not trying to change them, that control of wanting them in this way might come across as that, so then they might just pull away. Also, the universe is always about your highest and best good, so if you're feeling like really, really desperate, hand it over to the universe and you work on you. You continue to love you. And when the frequencies, the wavelengths of the both of you are on are the same, then it will happen. So this universe this card is very point blank. It advises you to take it back a notch. You have this fear that they may not want you if you don't give it up right away, but that's a lie. Take it easy and go with the flow. Believe it or not, when the universe brings two people together, it's actually in a more perfect way and it better flows. And when it does happen, you're like, oh man, that was better than I could possibly have thought or imagined. So it's sort of like Eve handing the apple to Adam, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to take over here. And it just ultimately leads to not a very good end. So take it back a notch, and when you are more relaxed, and everything just naturally flows better. The person that you're into has no idea how badly you want them. They're blind to it. With this love interest, one must be literal, or they will simply surpass your flirtatious energy. So this desperate situation, this desperate energy you have, is about somebody who has no idea that you really, really like them. And they might just think you're being flirty. And so there are ways to express your interest without like being desperate about it. Just possibly keep showing up, keep supporting them, keep smiling, say hi. Just don't do it in a desperate way. And the more you show up, notice how they respond to you, and let them be like, I really like her, or no, I'm not interested in this, and they start moving away from you. Let it happen. If it's meant to be, it will happen. If it's your true divine counterpart, your soulmate, your twin flame, it will happen. And again, the universe is not concerned about time or space, so it will happen when it's supposed to. The person you're dealing with knows how to excite you. Your imagination runs wild, thinking of all the filthy things you want them to do to you. So when the time comes, when you are brought together, know that it will be both a very highly physical and sexual energy going on here, and everything that you imagine, it will be just that. And possibly this situation that you're wanting is maybe purely and only sexual and physical. And that's okay. But again, let it happen, and then it will be even better than you possibly could imagine. Cuddling, wear me out and waste a day. So there's sort of like a not entirely a one night stand, but has like this longer depth to it. And when you're cuddling afterwards and you are together for like long periods of time, not just like quick and out, and then it could possibly lead to something better and greater. And maybe you're sensing that. So, again, if you're really wanting to go long term, give it time to become long term. And eventually you'll have that deep, deep, deep soul connection of just being together and loving each other, whether sexually or it leads to something else. And when you're like cuddled together and your feet are touching and you're just like, you're skin to skin and you're just having those great communications early in the morning or late at night that just really bond you and bring you together, those are so worth it happening. And it's so worth being you and allowing it to happen, but also knowing when to follow the universe's nudges, when to show up and where to go, where to support and what to say, and when to draw back and be like, okay, this is the one. So thank you so much. Hopefully this helped, and make sure to share this with others as well.